Hello, I hope you're doing well. I am Sahar Kiani, and this video I will teach you electrical system modeling and design. For this purpose, I will explain the placements of switchments, outlets, electrical panels, lighting fixture, and their circuiting. To begin, I am using Revit 2026, but you can follow these instructions with any other version of Revit you have. To start, I have opened 2026, and since I want to perform electrical modeling, I will open an electrical template. A template is a file that already contains some initial settings, and I use this template to increase my work speed and design modeling more easily. So when you install Revit, these templates are located in your C drive. So I click the new option. A window named the new project opens, asking me to select a template. Some templates are provided by default, but I don't need any of them right now. I will go to the path I mentioned, where the templates are located on drive C. I click the browse option. See, it defaults to the English Imperial folder. This means if the project you are working on uses Imperial units, use this template. But if your project units are metric, go back on one step and enter the English folder. Now I want to use English templates with metric units. So I will use the default metric electrical templates. And this is a Revit file with some initial setting already configured for modeling electrical items. I click open. See, the name of the template appeared here and the project option is active below. I click OK. This is my main Revit screen, and now I want to perform the modeling. The basis for my electrical item design and modeling it and architectural file. As an electrical engineer working on any project, you must be provided with the architectural file so that I can have that model under my control and use it for design. I need to import it. In this file, I go to the Insert tab and select the Link Revit option. It means I want to link a Revit file and view it here. I click Link Revit, and since my file is located on the desktop, I select this file. It is named ArcOffice. I select it and click Open. Before this, I couldn't see anything, but now if I zoom out a bit, my architectural file is here. Our file is for an administrate unit. Here is the entrance to this space, and these areas are where furniture will be placed and the interior design of this office place will be done. To the right and left are the pantry and restroom areas. So this is the entire space we have. If you want to view it in 3D, simply click the default 3D view. At the top, you see here, and then you can see it in 3 dimensions. So we have suspended ceiling, clowns, wall, doors, windows, and overall workspace defined. There is one more thing we always need to do after linking the file. We position ourselves in one of the elevations. Say in the project browser window, the elevations are shown south, west, east, and north. These symbols you see here are the elevation markers. If for some reasons the linked files markers are outside your work space area, you can move them. I can select them by dragging. I drag them, and these two were selected. I hold down the control key for the other two, and I can move the elevations using the keyboard arrows keys. So they're positioned around the modeling space. Now, if I click on the east elevation, I see the east. This project we displayed here, I double click on east to open it. It's like this. The levels we have are at the same elevation as the levels in the architect's file. They're in the same height. So like I select one of them and move it slightly. I see below here are not selectable individually right now. They are the levels from the architect's file. They're exactly at the same height. For some reasons, they were not at the same height. Suppose our level 2 was an elevation of 5,000 or 6,000. You should make them the same height. For this purpose, a modify tab, align command. Align makes anything parallel with anything else. My reference click will be this level 2 from the architect's file, and we aligned this level 2 from the services file with it. So definitely after linking the file, go to one of these elevations and make the elevation of your template file equal to the architect's file, because the basis of our work is the elevations defined in the architect's file. So far, the necessary settings have been completed, and now we want to enter the modeling and design space for the electrical items. The first thing I want to do is place some lighting fixtures in this space. To place lights, you go to the Systems tab, then the electrical panel, because of my monitor size, this electrical panel is collapsed. It only shows the electrical icon. If I honor mouse over it, it opens. Now to make it easier, I will click and drag this panel here. Like you see the dashed line here, I release it here. So my electrical panel opens. Now another panel is collapsed. We don't need the plumbing panel right now. I have opened the one I needed here. Lights are placed using the lighting fixture command. I click on it. Some lighting families were loaded in this template. We said the electrical template has its setting done. Say one type of light is loaded here. It's family with different sizes and different capacities. If you want a different type of light, you can load its family into your project, which we will load now so we can use it. To load a family, I go to the Insert tab and select the Load Family command. In my system, it has defaulted to the space where the families are located. But if we want to check the path, C drive in Program Data, Autodesk, Revit, RV2 Revit for your version. I'm using 2026. The libraries folder is here. If you're working with metric, enter the English folder, and if you are working with Imperial, enter the English Imperial folder. I enter the English Imperial folder, US, and from here, lighting MEP internal option. Here we see all types of lights whose families Revit has provided us with. If for some reasons the families are not in this path I mentioned, you can easily download them from the Autodesk website and place them in this path. To download them, search for Revit 2024 content. Now, according to your Revit version, search for this. The first site that appears is the Autodesk site. I open it. I see some tables here. I search through these tables towards the end of the first table under the name US English Content. If you download and install it, the Revit families will be available to you in the path I mentioned. So in this path, you can use these families according to the type of the lights we want to place in this space. We have recessed lighting fixture and surface mounted lighting fixture. And the recessed one was the family that was loaded. I will now choose the surface option and click open to this family loads now to place this light. I want to give you a general explanation. Here Revit families or F families are free. It means if I wish, I can click and these items will be placed here. Or there are hosted families that require host elements for placement. They must attach to an item. That item could be a suspended ceiling, a wall, or a door. These elements inherently cannot be placed independently anywhere. They must attach to something. The lights we just loaded are of the hosted type and require a host elements, which we intend to be the suspended ceiling. To place these lights on the suspended ceiling, I will go to the View tab. At the project browser window, I will select the ceiling view to display the suspended ceiling. I double click to opening the ceiling view. From the System tab, I select the Lighting Fixture option. Notice that I now have two families available. One set is Resist and the other one set Surface Mountain. I will use this type 600 by 600. It means 60 centimeters by 60 centimeter dimensions. With selecting for placement, like there is an option called Place on Face. This means it will be placed on the surface. What is my surface? The suspended ceiling surface. Notice no entry, simple appears until I move the cursor over my suspended ceiling. We can adjust the number of lights, or if a specific design exists, we can use that design. I have placed 4 lights in this space. I will also place 1 light near the entrance area. I return to the lighting plan view. For these lights to turn on, I need a switch. To place the switch, I go to the System tab, the Devices section, and select the lighting option. Its icon makes this clear. Once this command is active, notice I have several switches type available. I can use any type I want for placement, or I can load a different family and use that. I will now use the single P option. After selecting it, look, this family also has placement options. This 3 options for placements mean that this family is hosted. Since I want to place this switch on the wall, I will use the place on vertical face. I selected, and the placement height for my switch relative to the level I am currently in 1200 units above the floor of that level. This is acceptable. If necessary, you can change the height according to the standards you have in your mind. I move to the entrance door and click once on the wall surface to place this switch. And then one more click. I have used 2 switches. One to control the entrance light and the other for the other for lights. The symbol currently displayed here is a sign for the switch. I can change this to the fine mode so that is a 3-dimensional volume shape is displayed here. Now we need to place an electrical panel to complete the circuit and system. From the Insert tab, I select Load Family. Following this path in the Metric folder, I navigate to Electrical, MEP, Electrical Power, and in the Distribution section, I can select a panel based on its capacity and the design requirements. I select this panel and click Open. To place it, I go to the System tab, select Electrical Equipment, choose the family I loaded, the 400 capacity one, select Place on vertical face, set the height to 1200 and click on the wall here to place it. Now we need to create circuits connecting these lights, the panel, and the switches. I select one of the lights and look here, and there is a power option. This means we are about to create a circuit that connects to the electrical panel. I can select power and then edit circuit. to modify the circuit. Since I have only one light, I select panel, indicating I do not want to add any other lights. I can specify that these three items from one circuit. If I want to do that, add to circuit option is active. I click on this light and this light so that these three from one circuit together. Now I need to go to the select panel option to choose the panel that will power these three lights. I click on it and select this panel. I press finish so that my circuit is complete. I select another light, and this time the power option is not shown to me because our circuit is already complete. Now I want to switch. I want to know which switch is used for this circuit. I select switch, and here I can select switch. I click on this switch. This means our circuit now evolves this part. If I press edit switch system, I want to say add to system so that this light and this light are also added. This means these three lights operate with this switch. I select finish editing. So these three lights are one system and these three lights are controlled by this switch. We do the same part for other lights. I select one, press power. Here, edit circuit. Add to circuit is active here, indicating I want this light added. We need to select the panel, select panel. The panel was already selected because it is the only one we have. I press finish. If it wasn't selected, you could select it. For another light, this time press edit switch system. I select add to include this light. Now I select switch and choose this other switch and then finish editing. This means these three lights are now one system and these two lights are another system or another circuit. To show me the circuit writing, hover over one of the lights and press tab key once. You see highlight something dashed. I click to select it. From here, I have two symbols for the type of wiring I want to show. Alternatively, I can choose one of these two options from the Revit ribbon. I select the arc option. This connects the two items and gives a flash an address. In electrical items, we don't physically connect them to the panel with a line. Instead, we assign an address with this flash. Now we will tag that address to complete it. I press tab once and other lights and click, then select the arc option, meaning these two are connected accidentally. This flash landed on the panel, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in this way. It could look like this. Our circuit wiring is complete this way. Now I can annotate a tab and select tag by category. Click on this flash, so it tags it for me. And on the other way, we do it the same thing. Now I select hide leader and click on this to remove the leader line. I can select it and move it slightly. Now I want to see what is showing me. I select edit family. This family shows me the circuit. It shows me circuit 1 and circuit 2, the numbers 1 and 2. I can select it and choose edit label. This means the tag it has should show an L before the circuit number. So line 1. And another item to be selected is the panel name. I add my panel here too. I can put a line space between them to separate the circuit from my panel. I press OK. I will expand this slightly, load it into the project, and select Override to load it over the previous one. Now it writes L for me, followed by L1. It continues with some description about the panel. If I select a panel in the Properties window and give it a name in a panel name section, for example, I name it Panel 10A. I gave my panel a name like this. If we look here, this name is appearing. It is giving an address. Line 1 goes to this panel. If we look at this slide, line 2 goes to this panel. I can select this, choose the option without a leader, and move it slightly further. This section will cover the circuit and design of our lighting on the panel. The lines shown here represent tick marks. If I want to remove them, I can use the shortcut ES, which stands for electrical setting. In the wiring section, I will uncheck the tick marks and apply it to the lighting. You should observe that for each of these items listed here, for hot, ground, and neutral, this indicates the connection required. If I choose not to display these tick marks, the lines will no longer be visible. Finally, I can select my panel and click on Create Panel Schedule. I can utilize a default templates that comes with Revit. The Use Default Templates option provides me with the panel specification, essentially creating a panel schedule that outlines our lighting system along with its technical details. I hope this tutorial proves useful for you and enables you to perform circuit and modeling of electrical items effectively.